First thing we're doing is trying to keep our talent warm, okay? Dancers, athletes, you don't want them pulling a muscle on a photo shoot. Sun is fading, we're racing the light. So we're lucky to have Jen, who's an absolutely beautiful dancer, on the set with us. We're also equally lucky to have RC, her husband, who's in the business right now of trying to keep her warm, okay? He's got his arms around her, you know, kind of hugging her, keeping her loose. So beyond that, I got to think of the comfort of my subject. I also have to think about the constantly changing variation of exposure of the sky. The sky is my backdrop, if you will. All right, so what I'm going to do is take an average sort of reading out of the sky. I can do that via the mechanism of the camera. The D3 has an amazingly sensitive, sophisticated meter. Basically, at this point in time, it's not even a question in the old days where we'd have to spot meter the sky. We can basically point the camera at the sky, go click. It gives us a tremendously valuable reading right away on the LCD. Now, the light I have thrown off to the side, it's going to give her a little dimension. Essentially, she's leaping into the light. My feeling is very strongly if I threw light from the camera, she would get flat and seemingly small. Now she's leaping into the light is wrapping around her, giving her some form and dimension. So what we're trying to do here is balance that fading light right out there with the strobe light right up here. I'm doing that via the mechanism of shutter speed, f-stop combinations. My combination right now is 125th at f8. Just enough to stop her motion, okay? And it matches, the f8 will match to the strobe output. Key to the deal, rear curtain sync, okay? Because she's actually moving faster than 125th of a second, but I can make her sharp and she will have a little bit of an edge of motion because of rear curtain. With rear curtain, the strobe will go off at the close of the exposure, at the end, when the shutter is about to close down. That's when the strobe goes. So her blur, if there is any, will be behind her. She'll be leaping into a strobe light, which will keep her sharp. Any motion or evidence of motion will be behind her, therefore logical. I highly recommend in a situation when you're out in the field, use the Hoodman Loop. It really rocks. It gives you a good clear view of your LCD. We don't need it so well now, or so much now, because we've got fading light. We've got fading light. Okay. All right, Jen, don't get cold. Thanks for attending the class. I hope you enjoyed it. This is what this series of classes is going to be all about. It's about using light in a creative way, on location, with subjects, matching the light to the scenario, taking the light and speaking with it. And we're going to be doing that throughout these classes in all sorts of ways, shapes, and forms. Small lights, big lights, large sources, small pinpoint lights, soft lights, hard lights, you name it. We're going to just take a look at how we can use this phenomenon we know as light, because it's the basis of our pictures. There's no getting around it. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you come back and attend a few others. And we're going to sign off on the beach now here in Tampa. Thanks very much.